watching Eastern Iowa's only local news in high definition. This is Today in Iowa.
Winter storms close roads and highways across the area, making travel nearly impossible.
And here's a live look from Chicago to our east as all of the Midwest is under the grip of a massive winter storm. We have Team 7 coverage of the winter storms. We'll be live in Waterloo, Dubuque, Evansdale, Iowa City, and Cedar Rapids, bringing you the latest and getting you caught up with everything that happened overnight. It's 5 o'clock. Time for Today in Iowa.
You're watching KWWL, Iowa's News Channel 7, with Bob Waters, Sunny Lane, and meteorologist Eileen Lone. This is Today in Iowa.
It is Wednesday, February 2nd. Good morning. I'm Bob Waters. Sunny is on assignment this morning. Travel is tricky today after a large snowstorm has dumped several inches of snow as strong winds continue to blow. Storm Track 7 meteorologist Eileen Lone is tracking it all in the forecast center. Eileen.
And the winds are dying down and the snow is starting to move out. However, we still have a blizzard warning in effect for much of the viewing area until noon today, and they're mainly leaving it in place because, yes, visibilities are improving, but roads are still closed in many areas. As a matter of fact, travel not advised across a good portion of the state. Winter storm warning continues in far northeastern parts of the viewing area. Winter weather advisory farther to the west. And that's mainly because of the additional winds on top of the snow. Most of the snow is tapering off. Snowfall totals ranging anywhere from a couple of inches far north to over a foot farther to the south and east. Visibility is down to 3/4 of a mile still in Iowa City, half a mile in Tri-States area, but generally starting to improve a little bit as the winds slowly die down. They're 15 to 25 miles per hour right now. They're still gusting to around 30 to 33 miles per hour, so still strong winds, still creating wind chills down well below zero, 13 below in the Waterloo area. So we're continuing to see the potential for the snow has actually moved out of the state, but we're going to see decreasing clouds and decreasing winds, but still about 10 to 20 miles per hour this afternoon. We will see improvement, but it's also leading to some very cold air moving in tonight. I'll have more details on that in just a bit.
All right. Thank you very much, Eileen. Well, as you said, the largest snow totals are coming in from southern Iowa. The University of Iowa has canceled morning classes today. Some plows have been pulled off the roads down by Washington and areas to the south, and National Guard troops have been sent in to help with the storm in some areas. News Channel 7's Jason Epner is live in Iowa City with a look at conditions there. Good morning, Jason.
Hey, good morning, Bob. You know, Iowa City, as you mentioned, one of the hardest hit areas by this storm. Ballpark figure, we're looking at about a foot of snow here as people are waking up this morning. I don't know if you can see behind me a car up past its wheels in snow. A lot of the roads very difficult to maneuver. Very quiet out here right now, but the roads difficult to maneuver, as I mentioned, but certainly it's not impossible to get around. Some of the main roads are plowed, and you're able to get around, although it's not easy going this morning. And we talked to a cab driver who's been very busy all night taking people where they need to go, and he says things really got bad about 10 o'clock last night, and so bad he even got his cab stuck for about an hour, but he was able to get out of that, and he's been driving people back and forth. He says early this morning he saw some plows out, and again, some of those main roads were finally cleared. They're passable now. But certainly getting out of your driveway and off some of the side streets will be a challenge this morning. Current conditions here in Iowa City, we see some snow still falling. We get those wind gusts at times. Obviously makes driving here when you get those wind gusts and the blowing snow difficult at the times. Very low visibility. As far as cancellation goes, those are numerous. Notably, the University of Iowa, up to this point, canceled classes before 10 a.m. this morning. We'll keep you updated here in Iowa City, live in Iowa City. Jason Epner, Iowa's News, Channel 7.
All right, thanks very much, Jason. Of course, those side streets can be very difficult when you're dealing with that much snow. Now, utility companies are reminding people to clear their snow and ice from their meters and vents. The heavy snow and ice can affect your gas and electric meters and block vents for gas appliances. Now, when clearing the snow, they say use your hands, not a shovel, and never bang on the pipes or the meter. Also check for icicles hanging above the meter. Now, they say if an exhaust pipe is blocked, your furnace or water heater could stop working, and you sure don't want that in this weather. Well, for the most part, if you live in town, things may not seem all that bad, but if you go beyond the city limits, conditions change rapidly. My partner, News Channel 7 Sunny Lane, is in Evansdale with a look at the situation there. You're all bundled up, Sunny.
Oh, yes. Bob, how did I get the assignment and you're in there in the studio?
I don't know.
I don't remember drawing straws. We're doing the cold weather dance out here. I mean, no joke, the winds really are brutal out here. And we were just talking, we went on Dubuque Road in Black Hawk County. Some of it was plowed, some of it really wasn't. So you can't depend on the roads yet when you go out. Of course, try your best to stay in, but if you must venture out, this is a must. And we just found a car in this parking lot at the Flying J in Evansdale. And even though plows have been out all night, she's going to be stuck unless she has a shovel. So yeah, that's quite an accumulation of snow. So again, not for the faint of heart. You really want to stay inside, but if you absolutely must venture out, you'll need a shovel, you'll need your cold weather emergency kit, and you'll need some common sense. Don't approach a road if it really looks snow covered, because chances are you're going to get stuck, Bob.
Very difficult. Yeah, I've got big wheels on. I have a four-wheel drive vehicle, luckily, and so it was about to where it is on that car. If I would have had a car, I would have been stuck. So that's some good advice there.
That's right.
Have a shovel with you at all times today, anyway. All right, thanks, Sunny. We'll check back with you a little bit later.
Stay warm.
All right, I will. You too. Well, Storm Track 7 meteorologist Jennifer Hildreth is checking out some of the travel conditions on the ground this morning. She's out with a Waterloo snowplow driver and joins us via the online program Ustream. Good morning, Jennifer. Where are you and how are the roads?
Well, we're in a trailer park just off Airline Highway. We actually had to stop because the snowplow driver is helping to scoop out a car that's stuck in the middle of the road, so we can't go anywhere until they get the car out. So right now we are helping scoop a car out that's stuck in about a 3-foot drift, and there's a lot of drifts out here, drifting completely across the road, and the snowplow almost got stuck a couple of times. So definitely, if you don't have to travel today, stay home, let the snowplows get out there, and clear the roads before you go anywhere.
Yeah, it's a good thing that the plow driver was there to help that person who needs to get out. So a little serendipity there for that person. So hopefully they will have a little help. But as far as the roads go, are the plow drivers having any difficulty at all, Jennifer?
Not right now. Most of the problem right now they're doing is just maintaining the drifting on the main roads. Then they'll get to the residential areas. So that's going to be a while before they actually get to the residential areas, just because once they plow one road, an hour later it's already drifted shut again. And the snowplow driver I'm driving with, he's been on since 7 p.m. last night and will not get off till 11 a.m. this morning. They're doing 16-hour shifts around the clock to help clean up the area.
All right, going to be a continuous battle for those plow drivers who have a very difficult job today. All right, Jennifer, thank you very much. We'll check back with you in a little bit. Now, officials in Cedar Rapids and Waterloo say if today is your regularly scheduled trash day, expect to have it picked up. They're going to be out. Crews are planning to do their regularly scheduled routes, though they say they may not be running on time. Well, the high snow totals, of course, making travel difficult both on the ground and in the air. If you plan on going anywhere today, call ahead. News Channel 7's Molly Nichols is live in downtown Cedar Rapids this morning with a look at conditions there. Good morning, Molly.
Well, hi, good morning to you as well, Bob. We are on 1st Street and the intersection of 3rd Avenue behind me. I guess in the distance you can probably see the plows are out doing their work. They deployed 92 plows in the city here at 4 a.m. and they say they're confident they're going to get around to all 600 square miles in the city of Cedar Rapids and the residential areas as well. We've seen them come by probably about every 5 minutes. They're really doing a nice job of getting the roads cleared. But you mentioned those airport delays. You'll want to call and check ahead because we were live out there last night and just about 6 o'clock p.m. every single flight was canceled. So no one was able to leave Cedar Rapids last night. They say today is not looking good either, but they say to check with your specific airline and their website to see just the exact status of your particular flight.
And always check with your airline website or your airline 800 number. The information desk at the airport terminal, we can offer some limited help, but the best bet is to check with the airline.
And officials told us that this is definitely the most severe weather situation they've had all season. Back in January, they had a couple of flight delays and cancellations because of some heavy fog, but this is the biggest blast of winter they've seen. So a reminder, check in with their website. They're updating it constantly at eiairport.org, and we'll see you later on in this hour with an update on how the road conditions are coming along in Cedar Rapids. Live in downtown Cedar Rapids, Molly Nichols, Iowa's News Channel 7.
Good to see those plows out going right behind you. Thanks very much, Molly. Now, we do need to tell you that the snow pushed back at least one special election that was set for yesterday. The North Butler School District special election has now been postponed until next week, until Tuesday of next week. Voters in other school districts, though, were still at the polls yesterday. Measures in Waterloo and Cedar Falls passed, according to unofficial numbers being reported. By the way, did we mention it's Groundhog Day? Punxsutawney Phil is getting ready to maybe see his shadow here in about an hour and a half. His arrival is set for 6:25 this morning. We'll check in with that here in a few minutes. You're watching Today in Iowa on Iowa's News Channel 7. Time now 5:13. Here's a look at stories making news around the world today. As the sun rose over Cairo today in Tahrir Square, people are preparing for another day of demonstrations. Many protesters spent the night in the square, which is in the center of the Egyptian capital. The protesters have demanded longtime President Hosni Mubarak leave office. Yesterday, Mubarak announced he would leave in September when his term is over. Protesters, however, want Mubarak to leave immediately. An explosion in northwest Pakistan today killed 9 people and wounded 20. The blast of the explosive-laden vehicle was in a market on the outskirts of the northwest city of Peshawar, not far from a police station. A local government official said the blast destroyed some 15 shops in the market. This was the 6th attack in Peshawar since the start of the year. Japan's Mount Kirishima volcano erupted for the 5th and 6th time late last night and early this morning. Ash and smoke flew more than a mile into the atmosphere. Hot debris started a number of small forest fires that were able to be quickly put out. The volcano was the film location of the 1967 James Bond movie, You Only Live Twice. Well, a much different story. Hot there, cold here. Kind of a blizzard out there, Eileen.
And the blizzard's continuing this morning, although the snowfall has tapered off or is tapering off. It's dumped a lot of snow across the area and very strong winds, making it difficult to measure that snow, although now the drifts are being measured in feet in many areas. I'll have snowfall reports and what we can expect coming up in just a little bit. Good morning. We've had quite a bit of snow across portions of eastern Iowa. Now, this is just an estimate, not actual totals, but anywhere from about an inch over the last 24 hours in the far northwestern counties to over a foot in parts of east central and southeastern Iowa. It is matching up pretty closely to some of those snowfall totals. Only 4.2 inches in Waterloo out of this round. All told, it was 8.5 inches in the 2 storms. 10 inches in the Dubuque area, 13 in Cedar Rapids, 12 inches in Iowa City. Not official numbers, but that's about what we're seeing. 16 reported in Loudon, 11 in Olin, 10 in Solon, 9 in Lone Tree, 8 in Keokuk, 7 in Elmira, so a lot of high numbers. Olwine reporting 6 inches, almost that in Mechanicsville, 5.5 in St. Olaf, 5 in Guttenberg and Keota, and 4 over in Edgewood. If you have some snowfall totals, go ahead and email them to us at weather@kwwl.com. And if you got some pictures of those nice 3-foot drifts, go ahead and do that, although we have reports of some 5-foot drifts here and there. 11 right now in Vinton and Van Horn, no snowfall reports from there, but have reports of about 9 inches in Benton County. 4 degrees in Hampton, and you can't measure the snow because it's been too windy, and that will continue to be windy with blizzard conditions possibly continuing through noon. Blizzard warning continuing through noon. Same areas as it was yesterday in Iowa. Winter storm warning continues through noon in northeastern Iowa, southwestern Wisconsin, and winter weather advisory just to the northwest, all because of wind and mainly because of the road conditions. They're almost completely covered, or they all completely covered, so travel not advised. Matter of fact, is now closed on 218 south of Iowa City. So definitely travel is not advised. Try to stay inside. Still some additional snowfall, but it should not add up to too much. Most of it tapering off as dry air gets in. But visibilities are still down to about a half a mile. So that's the main concern this morning, as winds are about 15 to 25 miles per hour. Gusting to around 35 continuing, but they're starting to die down. So we're going to get that lighter winds coming in. It's not going to be extremely light, but lighter. Wind chills running in the single digits below zero, teens below. However, a lot colder off to the west. So wind chill advisories, variety stretching across the area. It does include Franklin County in our viewing area through noon today. Probably going to see another one tonight. Now we do have snow in the Chicago area. This is Wrigley, and you can see some snow on the ground. And they've had quite a bit. Haven't had an official number yet, but still some blizzard warnings in that area as the winds continue across the area. Eventually the winds will die down, then the cold air will move in tonight, and it looks like it's going to be downright bitter with wind chills in the dangerous category. Could see some blowing snow this morning, plenty of sunshine this afternoon. Kind of a good bad thing. Temperatures, though, will be only in the teens, and we've probably seen our highs, so we'll say steady or falling, with northwest winds dying down to about 10 to 20 by about midday. Wind chills dropping to 20 to 30 below zero tonight, with air temperatures from 10 to 15 below, winds only 5 to 10. And then tomorrow, southwest winds helping get us back into the teens, and we'll see southwest winds about 5 to 15, but plenty of sunshine. Friday, highs will be in the 20s, but a chance for some snow showers tracking into the area. It's a clipper system. It'll probably most likely be late Friday afternoon into Saturday morning. Highs in the upper 20s on Saturday. Another clipper Sunday night into Monday, but that one's going to pull down more cold air, so single-digit highs again on Tuesday. So today, after the morning hours, still dangerous travel this morning, but this afternoon, start digging out, maybe tomorrow as well.
And adjust for the wind. Do not shovel or blow the snow.
Don't shovel. Yeah, don't shovel north. Shovel south.
Let the wind help you.
Yeah.
That really does make a difference. I noticed that yesterday.
Exactly.
I'll work on that this afternoon, too. Thanks, Eileen. Well, if you couldn't catch Jay Leno and The Tonight Show last night, here's what you missed.
President Obama started out his State of the Union address tonight with some happy news. Turns out he is Oprah's half-brother. How about that, huh? Pretty amazing. Yeah.
All right, well, tonight, Jay will welcome Jesse Eisenberg, Jennifer Lawrence, and Ryan Bingham. Time now is 5:21. Coming up, we'll bring you more live Team 7 coverage of the morning winter weather conditions. Here's a live look from Waterloo. But first, here's Mr. Food.
In our hurry-up world, sometimes a little long cooking is sure worth the wait. And we've got the proof of that today. Yep. If we're living life in the express lane and beating the clock means cooking in our microwave, well, maybe we need to slow down a little, because there are some dishes that take a bit more time. But when we enjoy them, we realize that they're certainly worth the wait. Well, like this comforting Italian classic. Just watch. In a skillet over a medium-high heat, we cook some hot Italian sausage without the casing till it's nice and crumbly and no pink remains. Okay, we drain it, and when it cools, we mix it with some shredded mozzarella, ricotta, and Parmesan cheeses, an egg, and a bit of basil and pepper. But meanwhile, we cook our lasagna noodles following the package directions. Okay, we spread a cup of spaghetti sauce over the bottom of a 9x13 baking dish. We place 3 noodles over the sauce. We spread a third of the cheese mixture over that and continue that layering, ending with the spaghetti sauce. Is that easy enough? Well, we bake it covered for an hour. Then we uncover it and we sprinkle on some mozzarella. And we give it 5 more minutes in the oven till the cheese is melted. And that's it. And with recipes like this, leftovers could be divvied up and frozen and become new quick and easy meals for next week or even next month. And when we serve this hearty classic with a salad and garlic bread, it's like a taste of Italy at home. And the recipe for a worth the wait lasagna is online now for having the extra moments count. So put out a red tablecloth, open a bottle of wine, and toast a meal worthy of, ooh, it's so good.
We both love lasagna. You were telling me you make your own all the time.
I do a 5 cheese, although I can't remember what the 5th cheese is. I'm trying to remember, but yeah. it's a good day to stay inside, maybe bake one of those.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah, you'll have plenty of time because roads are not fit to travel outside. Travel is not advised all over eastern Iowa, and as a matter of fact, 218 south of Iowa City is closed. Everything pretty much drifted shut, so because of the winds. Snowfall is starting to taper off, but the winds are still strong, so blizzard warning continues along and south of Highway 20, also Waverly and as well as Bremer and Butler counties also included in that until noon today. Winter storm warning until noon north of that, and then northwest of that, a winter weather advisory through noon. Only difference is the wind speeds. They're still strong, so staying windy today. Temperatures are pretty much peaked today. We're going to drop to around -15 tonight, so I wouldn't be surprised that once the warnings are dropped, they'll issue a wind chill advisory for tonight because wind chills will probably be 20 to 30 below, and then warms up, but we'll have another shot for some snow. Nothing like this storm, though.
For the rest of the winter, maybe.
Maybe, hopefully.
Or next winter.
Hopefully.
Either.
Yeah.
Some places. Wow.
I'm putting in the order now, so
Okay, we'll see what we can do.
that we don't have more storms like this.
All right. Thanks, Eileen. We'll come in.
Winter storms close roads across the area, making travel nearly impossible.
Plus, Iowa is just one state affected by this massive storm. This is a live picture from Chicago, where officials are dealing with maybe the largest snowstorm there in decades. Our Team 7 coverage of this massive winter storm continues in a moment.